oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Listen. I got an interesting one for you today. Interesting. Look, lately, guys, we've been talking a whole lot about digital currency, digital assets, and which is great. We've been talking about mindset on the channel. But I'm going to switch it up on you. And obviously, you see the title. We're going to talk about real estate today. Real estate. Yeah, we're going to talk about real estate today, guys. So I've been in real estate for roughly 6 years. I've worked at a couple of different brokerages here in the upstate of South Carolina. And real estate's been good to me. I can honestly say that. Real estate's been good to me. Started off as a realtor, ended up starting my own real estate company, buying and selling homes, buying and reselling homes. And the thing is with that, it takes a lot of consistency, a lot of persistence when you're doing that. And so that is, but look, I'm going to actually tell you what's wild is people don't really know the story about how I actually started in real estate. So I'm going to tell y'all a quick, brief story before I get to what we really going to get to. So, and it's going to be brief. Now, look, I went to college as a music major. I was actually a vocal major at Southern Wesleyan University. Okay, so, we was traveling, we was singing and all of this stuff. We were doing all of these events and we was singing at churches, military bases. We were singing. I'm telling you, this is what we was doing. But, as time went on, my voice actually gave out. So I ended up getting what was called nodes. Okay, I think it's the girl's name's Jenny off of Pitch Perfect, I believe it is. I don't really know. I haven't watched that movie in a long time. But anyway, so I ended up catching nodes or getting nodes, what that is like it's like vocal cord. Something's wrong with your vocal cord. Okay, so that's what that was. So during my sophomore year, I was like, okay, well, I can't sing anymore, so I'm just gonna go into something business oriented. Okay, so I went towards pursuing something business oriented. I was already a sophomore, so I got to thinking to myself, well, how in the world, Lord, how am I going to be able to switch majors and then be able to graduate on time? That was my whole thing. I just wanted to graduate on time. Okay, well, so what I did, I pursued business with a focus in entrepreneurship, and I quadrupled up on all of my classes. Hey, look, that's actually really what I did. I pursued, business, entrepreneurship, quadrupled up on all my classes. And then when I did that, what happened was I was just like, okay, well, now that I done did all of this, I done graduate, I'm in the middle. Well, I hadn't graduated yet, but I was still trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And I had ran across this real estate investing book. I ran across a real estate investing book online, and I was reading it about this guy, this gentleman. He had messed around and made a ton of money on a house, and I was sitting here like, man, dude, I got to figure out how he did that because I got to get into real estate. So what I did was I contacted a local broker in Seneca, South Carolina. I contacted him and I was just like, hey man, can I come sit down with you? This is what you guys should do. If it's people who know more than you, go to those people. Go to those people. Because this man directed me, or, God orchestrated it, and this man actually helped me and orchestrated me into my entire destiny. Guys, I'm not kidding, okay? So if it's people that know more than you, go to those people. Don't be arrogant and thinking that you know it all, okay? Because thinking that you know it all, it won't get you nowhere. It just won't, okay? I thought I'd say that, but after that, I met that gentleman, and that man told me, he said, Alan, you go get your license. You could come hang your license here, and you could come sell real estate here. I said, well, bet. Okay, look, so here I am thinking that, the licensing process is going to be super easy. Yeah, okay. And granted, look, it was easy to a degree. Okay, it was easy to a degree. I went to Wyatt Institute up here in Greenville, South Carolina. That's where I went to school, a real estate school, Wyatt Institute. And so, being at Wyatt Institute, I learned a whole lot. It was a really tough school. It actually really prepared me for the test, for the actual test taking, because what they do at Wyatt Institute is they actually give you a test, right? So Wyatt gives you a state test, and then they also give you a national exam. Okay, so they give you a state exam, and then they also give you a national exam as well. And so what happened was that day, I go through the class, and everything. I actually paid my money. I paid my money and went through the class, and I got to the test, passed the state portion, failed the national portion. Okay. Now I don't fail. Now look, let me mind you guys. Now, you had to pass at the school in order to go on to the testing center. Okay, so I had to pass the test at the school in order to go to the testing center. All right, let's just say that. Now look, so what ended up happening was I actually ended up failing the national portion of the test at the school 3 times. I failed it at the school 3 times. I was like, man, I can't get this, man. These people making this thing hard. Couldn't get it. Just couldn't get it. Until one day, I passed. And then when I actually went to go to the testing center, y'all will never believe what happened. Passed on the first try. Boom, passed on the first try. Then I went to go to a brokerage firm. Then I found a brokerage firm that I wanted to go to. And it was a local brokerage firm that I wanted to go to because it was close to my college. I was just like, okay, well, I can go to this brokerage firm and I can learn here. And this is the things that I wanted to do. And anyway, so look, I just thought I'd tell y'all that story. Getting your real estate license, if you are getting your real estate license, it can be time consuming and it can be taxing. It's a lot of studying. Some people are great test takers and then others are not. And that's perfectly okay. So, but just make sure that you're studying, make sure that you're studying the terms. But I will say another thing now, those terms and stuff are things that we do use inside of the school and the testing. Okay. But a lot of things are a little bit different to when you actually get out here in the field and start doing things. So I just wanted to throw that at you. But anyway, that's 8 minutes in. Look, today we're going to talk about the real estate market. And the title of this video, The Real Estate Market, Buying Homes and Evaluating Good Deals. Everybody nowadays wants a good deal. Everybody wants a great deal. And so, honestly, it's a lot of things going on and happening in the marketplace right now. A lot of unexpected things are happening in the marketplace right now. You got your banking insolvencies, you have your high interest rates, you got longer days on market, things of that nature. And all of these things actually affect the real estate market. And we're starting to tell that things aren't as hot as they used to be. So things aren't as hot as they used to be, right? And so what happens is the market starts to slowly retract. However, there begins to be a surplus of houses, a surplus of deals. This is called a buyer's market. This is what this is. It's a buyer's market. So homes tend to stay on the market a lot longer. Okay? And there are less buyers in the market than there used to be. So because of, the high interest rates and because of banking things happening as of right now, a lot of deals are starting to stay on the market longer. Okay? Like there are less buyers in the market. So a lot of buyers are sitting on the sidelines because of high interest rates and are afraid to continue buying. Now, here's the correlation with interest rates. And I thought I'd just throw this in here because it kind of, I don't know, kind of just, because sometimes the Lord be popping things up in my mind. But with interest rates, it's something that people don't know. Interest rates, they push interest rates up to slow down inflation. Okay, so they push interest rates higher to slow inflation. If they didn't push interest rates higher, then we'd have inflation going up at rapid paces. Okay, we can't have that right now. That's something that we can't have. So what they do in effect to that is they push interest rates up. And so, but when they do this, it retracts and affects the real estate market. Okay, so this is what happens. But look, we're talking about evaluating and buying deals today. And what I want to tell you is we about to have a whole lot of deals in this market. Did you hear what I just said? I said that we're getting ready to have a whole lot of deals in this market. There's getting ready to be a plethora of houses. It's getting ready to be a plethora of businesses. It's getting ready to be a plethora of multifamily, commercial spaces. People are getting ready to start offloading these properties here in the next 6 to 8 months. As of right now, it might not look like it. But here in the next 6 to 8 months, people are getting ready to start offloading these properties. They're going to start selling. Some are going to start selling them at a rapid pace. Okay? So I will say this, always check your interest rate. An interest rate is basically the rent on money. Okay? An interest rate is the rent on money. So an interest rate is basically the rent on the money that they bought, on the money that they loan you. Rent on money. That's what an interest rate is. Rent on money. So look, so with this breakdown, we need to understand how the real estate market actually functions as a whole and how to evaluate deals. Okay, so it's going to be really critical for when we get ready to go and buy these deals or buy these homes or buy these large buildings. It's going to be important for us to understand how to buy them. Okay? You're going to need to get educated on this. So first, we need to know and understand that a single family home prices are based on the prices of homes nearby, but not just price, but also other factors as well. Now listen to these factors. Okay? Similar in square footage, similar structure, same number of beds and baths, similar in acreage, or etc. Okay? Those are the things that you need to look at when you are evaluating homes. Okay? When you're evaluating a home, you need to, either you or your realtor needs to be looking at what those other houses sold for around the area. Okay? That's what your realtor needs to be paying attention to. Okay, so whatever property you are looking at or hoping to purchase at the time, these are the factors, which are the ones I just now listed, factors that you need to pay attention to. Also, land is also valued the same way. Okay, so your realtor, when you're viewing houses, your realtor needs to be looking at the houses around that subject house that you're trying to purchase. So if you are trying to buy a house, your realtor or you need to be looking up what those other homes sold for around there. Okay. The reason for this is because you might see something that you like and you really, 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 really want it. Okay. And you might end up overpaying for it. Listen, I'm going to tell you something I done read in a book. Never, and I mean absolutely never, overpay for anything. Never overpay for anything, ever. I don't care how bad you want it. don't overpay for it. Okay. So now those are with homes and houses. Those are with homes, houses, and land. So now let's go on to multifamily and commercial buildings. So look, guys, I'm going to say this. Multifamily and commercial buildings, these evaluations are a little bit different. Okay. This evaluation is totally different than houses, land. Okay. And it's different because the prices of commercial and multifamily buildings are valued differently than single family houses. So anything 1 to 4 units is considered still single family. So 1 to 4 units is considered still single family. So if you have an apartment complex, if it has 4 living areas, that's still considered a single family property. So that's still considered. So since that's still considered a single family property, actually, you still comp it. You can still comp it like a house or in land. Okay. But you also, but with that, it's producing income. So you also need to know what the income is on that property. Okay. So, buying commercial multifamily buildings are similar to buying businesses and companies. Okay. So this information you would ask the owner or your broker. Okay. So when you get ready to go and purchase these deals, you would ask the owner or you would ask your broker that's working with you, a real estate professional who's working with you. You would ask them, hey, what's the income on this property? What's it producing? How many units are there? Where is it located? Location. Location is everything in real estate. Those are the things that you pay attention to in real estate. Location, the price, if there's some income producing, structural integrity out of the 5 categories. So that would be the plumbing, roof, HVAC, electrical, and structural integrity. You need to know those 5 things. You have to know those 5 things, because those 5 things, if you don't know those 5 things, then it's like, then you're going to be buying something that, you don't want to buy a mess. Okay. Don't buy a mess. Okay. You want to buy things that are good, So, asset purchase. So with this, so we're specifically talking about commercial and multifamily right now. So things that you need to ask the broker for, you need to ask the broker for, what's the asset price or what's the price listed at? Another thing you need to ask the broker, what's the gross and net operating income? So this information would be called like a T12 or a rent roll. Okay. So the amount of money, ask them what's the amount of money that it's producing? What's the amount of money how much money is it bringing in at that time? Okay. As far as the amount of money it could be producing, vending machines, clubhouse fees, access to membership, stuff like that. These are all things that you would include because that property would be making money for you. Okay. That property is making, these are multifamily and commercial buildings. Okay, guys, we're not talking about houses no more. All right. So look, some of the best places to find these deals. Okay. I got a little hot in here, guys. Pluto hot. Listen, guys. So the best places to find these deals. Okay. Like I said earlier, brokers, real estate professionals, real estate licensees. Real estate licensees and brokers, they have access to what's called the multiple listing service. Okay, so the multiple listing service has properties on it and deals on it. So there are sellers that work with other real estate professionals to put these properties and houses on the market, or they put these buildings and land on the market. And so if you hire a real estate professional, he can typically look on the market for you and tell you what's on the market. Okay, he can typically 9 times out of 10 tell you, hey, that house is on the market for 285, or that house is on the market for 389, or that building's on the market for 1.5. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, hiring a real estate professional is the best way to get things done. Now, if you want to do it yourself, if you're looking to just do it yourself and making offers yourself, I'm already a real estate professional, so with me, I'll probably be making offers myself and doing deals myself. You know what I mean? Obviously, I'll have my team with me, but I'll be making offers and doing those deals, in accordance. I'll be doing it, I won't need somebody else. I'll be doing it myself. But anyway, so when it comes down to making offers, when it comes down to, say you were doing it yourself, okay? Let's just say you were doing this yourself. Okay? And the fact that you're doing it yourself, only thing you need is an agreement to purchase. So this could be a 1 page, or it could be 8 to 9 pages. Only thing you need with typically in real estate deals and real estate transactions that I have done, I have used a 1 page agreement. 1 page agreement. That's all I've ever needed. And I get the deal done. Now, it's going to be some deals where you actually need to have certain clauses in them for certain things. Okay, so then you might not be able to use a 1 page agreement. You might have to use an 8 to 9 page agreement then, because there are other things that you need in that agreement. So anyway, like I was saying earlier, if you don't want to make those offers yourself, definitely hiring a real estate professional is the best option. Don't go in at it alone. Make sure you got somebody that's reputable and knows what they're doing. Hey, in other words, call me. Call me, guys. Okay, if you got real estate that you want to buy in South Carolina, call me. 1-800 call me. Okay. Anyway, so that look. So here's what I'll say. 2023. I have a forecast. For 2023, guys. And I'm going to give you my forecast. But I see a lot of opportunities happening right now in the real estate realm. A lot of good deals are happening right now. But I do have a forecast, and I'm about to tell you. Now, that we know home sales have been dropping. So my first one, home sales will continue to drop, over the next 6 to 8 months. So they will continue to go down. Okay, that's my first one. Like I said earlier, we're going to have a surplus, multiple deals added to the market. A surplus of deals will land on the market. But here's the thing: it's not going to be enough buyers. The buying pool has shrunk. Okay, so there are not going to be a lot of buyers in the buying pool. So a lot more deals, a lot of less buyers. Okay. Interest rates could go higher. And yeah, that's what we have for that forecast. That's what we have for the forecast. Now, look, guys, and look, I done told y'all everything. I done sat up here and got hot. I wish I had my water with me, but I ain't. But look, anyway, guys. Guys, the real estate market's getting ready to go on a super fire sale. I don't think you understand what I'm trying to say. The real estate market is getting ready to go on a super fire sale. Fire sale. I ain't gonna say it again. Everything on discount. Everything. Everything's gonna be on discount. And the only way to be in position to catch that discount, is by owning gold, silver, and cryptocurrency. I know it sounds crazy, and I said I wasn't going to talk about crypto, but I have to. The US dollar will not be a good positioning tool of barter here in the next, I don't know, in the next maybe year or two. Digital assets, that's why I've been telling people, hey, get into digital currency because it's going to be the wave. Okay, home sales are going to continue to drop. A lot of good deals are going to be on the market. But real estate market is getting ready to go on a fire sale. Big time. Look, I'm going to leave you guys with something. The Lord always talks about his people possessing the land. Go out and possess the land. Go out and possess the land. Go out and possess the land. Deuteronomy chapter 8 says this. Now this is God speaking. Listen what the Lord said. Listen what he said now. Listen. He said, every commandment which I have commanded you today, you must be careful, to observe, that you may live and multiply, and in and possess the land of which the Lord swore to your fathers. Guys, that literally means that when you get ready to go in and possess this land, be bold. Be bold. Be courageous. Pray for courage like David. Pray for courage like David. Look, guys, that's about all I got for you today. I told you my story. I gave you some pointers, and like, comment, share, subscribe this video. And until next time, and until we meet again, Pluto will see you on the other side.